Hello, everybody. I'm here again with a new chapter, that is ratio and proportion. Okay, so what is a ratio? Ratio is actually a way to compare two quantities of the same kind, as you have read already in your previous classes also. So, suppose let me give you one example. If you want to compare your weight with your sister's weight, you can compare it, right? And like if you want to compare your height with your sister's height, then in that case also you can compare. In the same way, like if you want to compare your math marks with your sister's marks, then in that case also you can compare. But what about like if you want to compare your weight with your sister's height, then is it possible? No, that is not allowed, because you can compare two quantities only of the same kind. Okay, you can compare your height with another person's height, you can compare your weight with another person's weight, you can compare your marks with another person's marks. So it's like that. Okay, ratio is actually a comparison of two quantities of same kind. Fine. You see here just one example. like uh, uh, Now suppose your weight is one example. Your weight is 45 kgs. Okay, and your sister's weight is, it is some 30 kgs. Okay, so now your weight is 45 kgs and your sister's weight is 30 kgs. Okay, so we can say that the ratio of your weight is to that of your sister's weight. Okay, see here what you will do: 45 divided by 30. Okay, so 45 divided by 30 means 5 nines are 45, 5 6 are 30, then 3 threes are 9, 3 twos are 6. Okay, so 3 by 2. You know very well that comparison is generally in the divisions. Okay, so now what we can say: your weight is 45 kgs, your sister's weight is 30 kgs. Okay, when you're dividing this, you're getting 3 by 2. Okay, then 3 by 2 again, when you divide it, then you'll get 1 by 2. If you write this improper fraction into mixed fraction, you'll get 1 by 2. Okay, so what we can say over here: we can say that your weight is 1 by 2 times the weight of your sister, right? So this is known as comparison by division. Okay, what can you say over here? Your weight is 1 by 2 times the weight of your sister. Okay, you'll say like this only. No, so this is known as comparison by division. Fine. The ratio is a fraction. Okay, therefore you understood what is this. Okay, now you understood what is ratio also. So the ratio is a fraction, therefore its both terms can be multiplied or divided by the same non-zero number. Okay, still the ratio becomes the remains the same. Like for example, if I have 3 is to 4. Okay, so this 3 is to 4, how can I write? I can write as 3 by 4. Okay, so this 3 by 4 you can multiply or divide by the same non-zero number. Non-zero number means it can be any number except 0. Okay, so suppose if I multiply and divide by 2, then 3 twos are and 4 into 2. Okay, so in the same way I can just do 3 twos are 6, 4 twos are 8. Okay, then again if you cancel this, you will get again the same ratio only. Okay, in the same way you can multiply either with 2 or 3 or 4, it is your wish. Okay, so generally this ratio is expressed in its lowest form by cancelling the common factor. Okay, or always we will write this ratio in its simplest form only. Like this 6 and 8 means again it will become 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8 only. Okay, so 3 is to 4. Next is equivalent ratio. Okay, so what is equivalent ratio? Now children, suppose I have the example 1 is to 3 and 3 is to 2. Okay, so let us check whether these ratios are equivalent or not. So what are equivalent ratios? Like this two ratios can be compared with each other to know whether they are equivalent or not. Okay, for this we need to write the ratios in the form of fractions and then compare them by converting into like fractions. Okay, so see here. First of all, to check this, we need to know whether 1 by 3 equals to 3 by, see here, 1 is to 3 will be 1 by 3 and 3 is to 2 will be 3 by 2. Okay, so to check this whether they are equivalent fractions or not, we need to check 1 by 3 equals to 3 by 2 or not. Okay, so now suppose 1 by 3, if I am multiplying and dividing this 1 by 3 by like with 2, 1 into 2 and 3 into 2, what we will get? Let us see. 1 2s are 2, 2 3s are 6. Okay, in the same way, if we are doing for 3 by 2, so 3 by 2, let us multiply and divide by 3. So 2 into 3, so 3 3s are 9 divided by 6. Okay, so over here we find that 2 by 6 is less than 9 by 6, which means, again see here, 2 1s are 2 3s are 6, 3 3s are 9, 3 2s are 6. Okay, so this 1 by 3 is less than 3 by 2. Okay, therefore the ratio 1 is to 3 and 3 is to 2 are not equal. Okay, these are not equivalent. Fine, so this is not equal ratio, this is not equivalent ratio. Fine, this is how you are checking whether the ratios are equivalent or not. I hope you understood this. See here, once again, let me repeat this. How you have to check whether these ratios are equivalent or not. Okay, first of all, see here, 1 is to 3 and 3 is to 2. Okay, in place of is to, just is to means you can write as division. Okay, 1 upon 3, 3 upon 2. Okay, you have to check whether they are equal or not. Okay, if they are not equal, like if we are not checking whether they are equivalent or not, if it is given compare the ratios, and in that case also what you have to do, you have to take the ratios and you have to compare it. How you are comparing? First of all, you're making it like fraction. Okay, like fraction is what? Where the denominators are same. Here also we have done the same thing. Okay, 1 by 3 it was. Okay, so when we are when we have multiplied by 2 and divided by 2, this denominator became 6. Okay, so 3 2s are 6. So in the same way, 3 by 2 equals to what we have done to this ratio. Again 2 we were having, so that's why we multiplied with 3. Okay, so that 2 3s are 6. Here also you should get the same. Both the denominators you have to make the same. Okay, so in this way you got 2 by 6 and 9 by 6. Okay, so 2 by 6, 9 by 6 means they are like fractions. You don't need to consider this denominator now. Only by seeing the numerator you can say which one is smaller and which one is greater. So over here clearly it is less than, so it is obviously not equal. Okay, these are not equivalent ratios. So what it is, 2 is obviously less than 9, so 2 by 6 is less than 9 by 6. Again, what is 2 by 6 and 9 by 6? 1 is to 3 and 3 is to 2, that is 1 by 3 and 3 by 2. Okay, so this is how you are comparing the fractions. Okay, whether they are equal or whether they are less than, or which one is less than, which one is greater than, everything we are doing when we are comparing, we will get that. Okay, now the next topic is proportion. Okay, so what is proportion? When two ratios are equal, then their terms are said to be in proportion. For example, let me give you the example of two ratios. Suppose if I am having 2 is to 3 as one ratio and 8 is to 12 as another ratio. Okay, so we can say that 2 is to 3 and 8 is to 12 are equal. Fine, how it is equal? This is 2 is to 3, its lowest form we can't do anymore, but 8 is to 12. Okay, it's, we can convert this into its lowest form. This is 4 2s are 8 and 4 3s are 12. So obviously this is 2 is to 3, 2 is to 3, both are equal. Okay, so hence what can you say? This 2, 3, 8 and 12 are in proportion. Okay, so this is nothing but proportion. When two ratios are equal, then their terms are said to be in proportion. This 2, 3, 8 and 12 are in proportion. Okay, and in general, suppose if we are having 4 quantities, that is A, B, C, D, then this A, B, C, D are said to be in proportion if A is to B equals to C is to D. Okay, so the numbers, this A, B, C and D are respectively called the first term, second term, third term and fourth term. Okay, so this is nothing but the ratio, sorry, proportion. Now in proportion, you see this first and fourth terms are called extremes. This first and fourth term are called extreme, whereas the second and third term are called means. So here we will call it as means, and here this is extremes. Okay, so the product of extremes, the product of this is equal to the product of this. So the product of extremes is equal to the product of means. So what is the product? A into D. AD equals to B into C is BC. So this is called product of extremes equals to product of means. Got it? Now students, the next topic is unitary method. Okay, so what is unitary method? See here, in this method, first we will find the value of a unit quantity. Okay, first it will be calculated to find the value of the required quantity. Like in your question, suppose for example, what should I give? See here, you have got the question, cost of 12 pence is rupees 84. Okay, so cost of 12 pence is given in the question, which is rupees 84, and you need to find the cost of 5 pence. 5 such pence cost you need to find out. Okay, so what is unitary method? What you need to do over here is, first of all, you know very well cost of 12 pence is rupees 84. Okay, so you need to find cost of 5 pence. Okay, so first what you will do over here to find the cost of 5 pence, first of all you have to do cost of 1 pen. Okay, so cost of 1 pen means how you will find 84. You know very well cost of 12 pence is 84. Okay, cost of 1 pen you need to find out first, then you have to find out cost of 5 pence. Okay, so this is nothing but unitary method, in which first we will first calculate the value of a unit quantity. Okay, of one quantity we will find out, and then we will find out the required quantities, whatever is mentioned in the question. Here 5 is mentioned. Okay, so first we are finding the unit quantity and the required quantity. Okay, that means first we are finding for 1 pen, and for then you're finding for 5 pence. It's not you're directly finding the cost of 5 pence. Okay, first cost of 1 pen will be 84 divided by 12. Okay, so 84 divided by 12, here 2 6 are 12, 2 4 are 8, 2 2 are 4. Okay, so here you can go with the 3 table. 3 2s are 6, 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. Okay, and here 2 1s are and 2 7s are is 14. Okay, so rupees 7. So what is the cost of 1 pen? Cost of 1 pen is rupees 7. Now you can find the cost of 5 pence. Okay, so what is the cost of 5 pence? Now to find the cost of 5 pence, will you divide or will you multiply? You will multiply. Okay, so this cost of 1 pen is 7 rupees. Now 5 pence cost you need to find. Okay, so 7 5s will give you 35. Okay, so this is the way you are calculating by using like unitary method. Okay, so in unitary method we generally follow the rules that to get more we will multiply. Okay, so to get less we will divide. Okay, so here first we are finding the quantity or unit quantity and then the required quantities. Okay, so this is nothing but the unitary method. In all the problems wherever it is mentioned to you to use the unitary method, you have to do that. Okay, fine. So that's it for today. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you everyone.